Yes, every day is a new beginning. Today is a new beginning, the beginning of the week, and of course, it's Monday. You're welcome to the conversation showing on your digital first Pan African news network, 2S Television. We're reaching you from Nigeria's federal capital city, Abuja. My name is Merciful Ajinomo. Before we bring you the crux of the conversation, that is a big story, let me read some updates that happened in Africa in the last 24 hours. Let's begin with Nigeria, where the Kaduna state government has said troops killed 3 bandits and recovered weapons during a patrol along the Telele Sabongida Road in Chekun local government area of Kaduna State. And now to Mali, where Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, Mali's ousted former head of state, died at 9 a.m. on Sunday at his home in the capital Bamako, according to his family. And now Kenya, vigilante groups known as Green Gold are now being formed to protect avocado. And now we'll bring you the COVID-19 update from across Africa, and after that, the big story. It is the conversation showing on your digital first Pan-African news network. You can be a part of our social media community. Follow us across all our social media platforms at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Our website and YouTube is right there for you to follow and stay updated on happenings and every content we have for you every day. It's the big story, the crux of the conversation, and this time our focus is on Treasury single account. Leakages continue despite implementation. Joining us via telephone this morning is Felix Aditowubo, a public affairs analyst. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we know that it's already 6 years into the full-scale implementation of the Treasury single account aimed at ensuring greater accountability of government resources and blocking leakages. However, the Daily Trust newspaper this morning that we read on Nigeria Now showed that there are still leakages and issues of transparency. What's your take on that?
Thank you very much. I appreciate your call. Going straight to TSA, that is the Treasury single account. And also talking about leakages, that we've been seeing about it. The main thing that we have to all appreciate is that Treasury single account is a very good innovation. And moving forward, what are those things that initially or in the first place, or the original reason for the policy that goes with TSA? It should be a policy that will allow for effective reconciliation, between government accounting systems and also the cash flow statements from the banking system, and also to reduce the risk of errors in reconciliation processes and improve the timeliness and quality of the fiscal accounts, of the government and its institutions, both the NDAs and the ministries, in different ministries. But if you remember, Merciful, sometime in 2012 or 2013, if I'm not mistaken, the former CBN governor came up with a revelation, and that's about over $40 billion or thereabouts missing from the account of the NNPC. I know that one of the major places where Nigeria gets its money is from the NNPC. So it really called for concern, and that was the reason why the then President Goodluck Jonathan was able to come up with this policy of this TSA, as a policy. So, but there is no policy that does not have its own, that is perfect, so to say. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
It's not perfect, but I just feel that what the government has to do is to look more into ways of just blocking all those areas. Because last we spoke on the platform, what happened at the between Amechi and the NPA, right?
Yes.
The Nigeria Port Authority, isn't it?
Yes.
where we talk about over $60 billion, missing, that has not been remitted into the government coffers. And all these things should not really come into place. Now that we have the TSA, that shows that some people are still there, trying to find a way to milk, the country. In law, we believe that to everything there is always an exception. To every rule there is always an exception. Maybe some people are going through some means, they are scheming to making sure that they look into the loopholes and make use of it, to their own benefit. And this is not good for the country, so the government needs to do more in making sure that these leakages are blocked.
Yes, some Nigerians are of the opinion that the issue of corruption and all of this happening has eaten deep into the Nigerian system and is something that cannot be changed. Do you share a similar view with that?
Yes, corruption is prevalent all over the world. And Nigeria is not an exception. But the fact is that in Africa, it's like they've already said we are fantastically corrupt, and on a daily basis, it's like it's showing forth. Now, don't let us forget, to run a democracy or to run a presidential system of government is very, very expensive. And when we say expensive, it talks about those in government, the way we take care of them. Makes it to be so expensive, and you can't just rule away or wish away corruption, because these are the ways at which corruption comes in. So for us to have been having this kind of thing, like what happened at the NPA, even though we don't really still know the details of what happened, some of us still believe it's political, but for over 50 billion naira not to have been remitted, it calls for concern. And it's corruption. Corruption is not only when you steal. Corruption is not only when when you have to deal with money. Corruption goes into a lot of things. When you see a corrupt practice or practices and you refuse to let people know, when you refuse to let all these things to be out of the bag, it's like someone who steals oil, and the person that helps to bring down the oil, you want to say I'm not part of it, but you are a part in one side. So these are the things happening. Some people know those who are involved in all these things, but they refuse to talk. This is still part of corruption. And because of the corruption, to be able to put this corruption issue to be able to manage it, that was the reason why the Minister Okoje-Iweala and Okogu, I think at that time, that's the Director General of the Budget Office then, they tried to come up with all this under administration of Goodluck Jonathan to see how to monitor all this. We also what happened at Nimasa, what we talk about Akpobodokeni, if you can still remember. Look at what happened in the NDCC. NDCC issue, over 6 trillion for crying out loud. So we are still battling with corruption. Corruption has eaten deep into the fabric of society, especially in Nigeria, and it's still difficult for us to handle. But it's all we can handle, little by little, and also there should be a special court. I've always been talking about it. There should be a special court for corruption. If we have special court, let me tell you, people, in today, if you take any matter to the Supreme Court, it will take you not less than 5 to 6 years before you get judgment. That's how terrible it is now. So people just feel that they can use the courts to their own advantage. And that's why corruption is not to be easily fought.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Felix, for staying tuned to the conversation.
Yeah, thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you, viewers, for watching the conversation this time. Don't forget, you can be a part of our social media community. That is at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And now there's a time where we say thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Don't forget, always be a part of social media community of TOS Television Network on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and of course our website. My name is Merciful Ajinomo. Stay safe.